is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. We're going to talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder, a team that went from not even being in the playoffs at all, just not even in the playoffs, not even considered a legitimate team that could make it at one point this season, and now they're a team that's definitely going to make it in the Western Conference, where you have to be 10 plus games over 500 to make it, unless you the Memphis Grizzlies, who was over 500 and now they just went on their losing streak. Other than that, the Thunder has been spectacular. They keep finding ways to win. I was watching the Sacramento game yesterday, and I'm just watching Sacramento just give it to them every single possession, and they just couldn't defend anything. And then the Thunder just find a way to get in the game, and they continue to find ways to close games. They never get too happy. They never get too mad. They just stay even keel. And it's just amazing watching how this veteran team approach each and every game and how they play each and every game almost the same way. For them to execute their offense and trust each other defensively and never get too high or too low and stay even kill and just go out there and play basketball. And for them to really have a lot of pride in what they do. This is a team that understands what they're trying to do throughout the game, not just every possession, just throughout the game. They know what they're trying to do. They know their skills. They know who they are, and they don't stray away from it, and they don't try to do anything outside of that. Every once in a while, they might do it, but that's what the defense forces you to do from time to time. But other than that, you look at this team and they continue to find ways to be steady. They continue to find ways to outsmart and outperform their opponents, because this team don't scream amazing when you look at the talent. You look at Chris Paul, you look at Shai Gilgeous, you look at Danilo. None of those guys scare you. None of those guys you really going into the game saying, oh my God, I got to really lock this guy up. I really got to, watch this guy, because none of them are exceptional, scary scorers. Even Chris Paul is only giving you a couple teams a game. Ain't like he's averaging 23, 25 points per game, and nobody on his team is even averaging 20. And that just lets you know that they're doing it by committee. That just lets you know that they're doing it together. And it's important for them to do it like that, because they're doing it collectively. And most great teams and most teams with the type of talent that they had don't succeed the way they're succeeding. They went from being out of the playoffs to being a 6 seed to being a 7 seed to a 6 seed, to now they have an opportunity to land wherever they land just because they continue to win. They on a 5-game win streak right now, and it's not the biggest win streak of the season, but it just shows you that this team has figured it out. And you have to give credit to Billy Donovan being an exceptional coach, understanding his team, understanding what type of talent that he has on his roster, and finding ways to have the right lineups, finding the ways to have the right closers, and trusting his players to get it done, but also allowing them to have the right teammates and be in the right position to get the job done. And, I wasn't the biggest Billy Donovan guy, as you guys know, especially when he came to OKC. I never was against him right away, but I didn't really like what he was doing. I kept feeling like he was underachieving with Westbrook and KD, and then he had Westbrook and Paul George and Melo, and then he had Westbrook, Paul George, and Schroeder and Adams, and I thought he was underachieving, and I just didn't understand how he couldn't even win 3 games in the playoffs with all that talent. And now it's kind of like, how are they winning so consistently with this team right now? And this is the type of team that is like a college team, where you don't have any, superstar players, but you have a bunch of guys that can shoot. You have a bunch of guys that have skill sets, and you just finding ways for them to play off each other and get the best out of each other. And these guys know who they are, and they're comfortable with who they are at this stage of their careers. And you know, to have that type of system and that type of game plan where you don't really have any guys that can take over a game necessarily in multiple ways, but you have a bunch of guys that if you put them in the right spot and you put them in the right area, they can figure out how to get it done because they know their game. And it's just crazy watching this team play and seeing Chris Paul just hop and skip around the court and just hit a mid range or from time to time score at the top of the key from isolation, and seeing Danilo Gallinari, if you give him any type of room and you get him the ball, he gonna launch it from three and it's gonna go in. And seeing Nerlens Noel and Steven Adams stay around the paint and hit floaters and layups and dunks. And just seeing Schroeder continue to attack the defense and hit threes and knock down mid-range pull-ups and get to the basket. Like everybody know their game and everybody understand what they bring to the table, and it's just spectacular watching this team each and every game, and just seeing how they get it done, and they doing it this type of way. And for the Thunder to have the record that they have, which if people don't know, currently the Oklahoma City Thunder are the fifth seed, and they only really 2 games behind the Houston Rockets for the fourth seed, which is just crazy. They're 8-2 in their last 10. They won 5 in a row. They're 37-22, which is a ridiculous record, especially when you look at their wins and losses. And you would have never thought that this Thunder team coming into this season would be 37-22 at this point, even if you was an Oklahoma City Thunder fan. You would have never thought that a team with this type of talent and Billy Donovan as his coach and his history, that they will be this confident, that they will be this great together. And they'll be playing this type of basketball with really no great defensive players, no great offensive players. And for some reason, they have been a well-balanced, well-executed, well-smart team, especially in the fourth quarter. They basically unstoppable. And that's crazy. It's just funny how this team in the fourth quarter, nobody can find a way to out execute them or out, score them. And they doing it without great defenders or great offensive players. And even Chris Paul, for him to be as old as he is and to be so dominant in the fourth quarter, but he allowing his teammates to play their game and get their game going, but they're never out of games and they always in games to the point where they can steal them and they can win them. Just like Sacramento, they in the game, they getting blew out at one point. They make it comfortable being behind, and then they just find a way to just get the game and close it out in the fourth quarter. And now they got another win, and now they won 5 in a row. It's just amazing watching the Oklahoma City Thunder this year. I'm very happy for them, and I plan on going to Oklahoma City in a couple weeks and going to one of these games and really watching the environment, watching this team, and seeing what's really going down at OKC, because I never went to an OKC game, and I really want to go to one. I played for OKC a couple years ago, and I just want to go as a fan and go as a spectator and really enjoy a game and see if they can win, and for them to be a playoff team and for them to really, take pride in what they do, even though people counted them out, even though people have respect for them as a team, nobody really seen them as a 37-22 team coming into this season. And now they have a chance the way they going to really get even higher up the seeding, but it's going to be tough because Houston, I don't think they're going to do a lot of losing either. But other than that, let me know what you guys think about this Oklahoma City team. Do you think them as a team that can contend? Do you think that this team can get out of the first round? Do you think that this team is just an okay team? Do you think that they are a legitimate team? Or do you think that, they are what they are, but they understand that, and that's what make them special, that's what make them tough, and that's what make them a hard team to beat? Just because, when you master what you do and you focus on what you do and you know what you do best, and you stick to it, it makes you hard to guard and hard to beat, just because we have to stop you from doing that. If not, you gonna kill us all night. And that's what Gallo do. That's what Paul do. That's what Schroeder do. That's what Adams do. And they do it collectively. And it's amazing to watch. And I'm surprised every game that they able to win at this level. and win the way they've been winning, just because it's tough to win in the NBA in general. But it's even tougher to do it when you don't have the elite level talent, especially in the Western Conference, and they don't have any elite level players. Chris Paul has played at an all-star level, but I wouldn't say he's a top 10 player currently, and even with the way he's playing. And that's no diss to him, because I show love to Chris Paul. I also thought Chris Paul played the best at the All-Star game. I also thought Chris Paul should have been All-Star MVP until I seen that Kawhi Leonard had 30. And I said, okay, you can give it to Kawhi Leonard, but Chris Paul played consistently over the whole 4 quarters. But other than that, thanks for the love. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, like the video. If you already like the video, thanks for the love and support. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support if you haven't. Thanks also for subscribing. If you like this video, I made videos just like this. I made breakdowns. I made videos every single day about basketball. So if you love basketball, you love watching, you love the game, you know I got you covered each and every day with videos about basketball. So Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, I'm gone. And let me know what you guys think about the Thunder. Let me know what you guys think they can do in the playoffs. Let me know what you think about them as a team. And let me know if this is a team that we sleeping on in the West. Can they be a first round exit? Can they be a tough out? What can this Thunder team be? Because right now they're playing above their heads, but they've been doing this for a while now. That's why they have this type of record, because they continue to pile up wins. They don't go on long, crazy win streaks, but they consistently find ways to bounce back. They consistently find ways to get it done. And that's what it's all about in the NBA. And they have embodied and they have gotten that done all season. Let me know what you guys think about this Thunder team in the comment section below. Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, I'm going.